Hi, my name is Josh Page, and today I'm going to be going over the company financials for my group, which was Erie, as well as all the other groups in comparison to mine. I'll be focusing in on a couple main categories. I chose to talk about profits, ROA, and sales. Um, so we'll start here with the basic comparison. So here we have each individual round, 1 through 7, and again these are showing the profits here, and then it's stacked on top of each other, showing what the total profits. So as we can see, based off profits, Baldwin was the best in this category. They had a lot more profits than the other groups, and Erie, our group, we were a little bit behind on profits. We were a little bit lower than the first 4 teams, but still kind of in that same similar range where we're still an overall profitable company, which is definitely a positive. Here on ROA, you can see one major thing to note here is that Digby, based in proportion to their profits, their return on assets was not good in proportion. Ours was, pretty similar. We actually, in comparison to profits, our return on assets was much better, in comparison to other groups. But here you see Baldwin again leading the pack in that, followed by Chester there. Next we have sales. So under sales, looks like we excelled pretty well on sales, coming in at fourth, actually beating out Chester, who had beat us on profits and ROA. So we were bringing in a lot of sales, but from what it looks like, not managing that money as effectively as we could have. With obviously these sales all being in millions here, and again, Ferris being the lowest of them. And then what we can do with this interactive graph is we can go to each individual round. So with round 1, I could click on ours and see how we did. So round 1, ROA fairly strong at a 4.8%, and the profits came in at 6,010,306 on profits. So first round was actually a pretty strong round, and you can look at comparison to other ones, other groups. They did around 8 million here, almost 9 million in comparison to ours. So you can see there's a slight discrepancy there, but generally speaking, most people in terms of sales, were around the same, in the first round. But profits is a different story. If you look at these top bars here, some are bigger than others. Looks like Digby did really, really well in round 1, and then Baldwin began to start to pull away towards these 3 rounds here, 4, 5, and 6, where they performed really well in terms of profits. Whereas we kind of stayed pretty level the entire time, with sales. I mean, if you look at these groups here, these bars are about the same size, while at the same time our profits were fluctuating here with about the same size here. And then in the last round, in round 7, we actually had a pretty successful round. So overall, our company Erie did fairly well. We weren't the highest performing group, but we still had a successful company that was able to make solid profits. And overall, this was a good project altogether. Thank you.